In 1776, the year Phoebe Fraunces was 13 years old, her father gave her a very dangerous job. Phoebe was going to be a spy. At that time, most black people in New York were slaves, but Phoebe and her family had always been free. Phoebe's father, Samuel Fraunces, owned the Queen's Head Tavern. The Queen's Head was a popular eating and meeting place. George Washington, who was now General George Washington, Commander-in-Chief of the American Army, had dinner there when he visited New York. So did John Adams. Many people met there because they knew it was a safe place to talk. In 1776, the war had begun, and there could be trouble if a person were caught talking against the king. But the Patriots knew that Samuel Fraunces could be trusted. So they held meetings at his tavern and discussed their secret plans, and Sam Fraunces never let on that he knew any of them. One morning in April 1776, Sam and his daughter Phoebe were sitting side by side in the long dining room of the Queen's Head. There was to be a big dinner that night, and they were getting the room ready, polishing the pewter plates and candlesticks and laying out fresh candles. Phoebe loved the Queen's Head, from its broad front steps all the way up to its bright red tiled roof. But this room, called the Long Room, was the room she loved best, with its neat tables and chairs, its fireplaces and its big windows. From the window seat where she sat, she could see clear to the harbor. The water was dotted with big, white-sailed ships, their tall masts pointing at the sky like fingers. "Phoebe," her father began. "Yes, sir," Phoebe answered. Her father did not respond, and Phoebe looked up at him, smiling. She thought him very handsome, with his curly hair powdered and drawn back, and his smooth brown skin and dark eyes. "Phoebe, I've something important to say to you this day," he said. "It's a bad time in this country." Phoebe stopped smiling when she saw he was so serious. "It's hard to find a person you can trust with a secret, especially a dangerous secret," he went on. "I'm glad to know I can trust you. Young as you are, you've learned from your father how to listen well and talk little." Something in her father's voice made Phoebe put down the candlestick she was holding. She sat quite still, waiting for him to go on, watching the polishing cloth in his hands go around and around. "I have a great fear in me," he said slowly, "that our General Washington is in dread danger. It is he who is keeping the colonies together. But there are those who'd like to see the colonies separated and so ruled more easily by the king. And if something were to happen to the general, it would be a hard job to find another such as he to pull the colonies together and throw off the king. Indeed, such a man might not be found at all, and the king would rule on." There was silence for a time. The sunlight, stronger now, pushed warm fingers through the windows, glittering against the candlesticks. "New York is full of soldiers," he continued. "Some are only out for money. To them, it makes no difference what side they're on. They'd even take money from the enemy and do anything they'd ask. Some such scoundrel might be paid to kill the general." I heard something. Phoebe closed her eyes, seeing her father moving like a shadow among his guests, gracious, smiling, pouring wine and exchanging greetings. It was so easy for him to hear secrets without seeming to listen. "What I heard could cost my life, daughter, And the generals as well, her father said quietly. Phoebe, I need your help.